Thanks very much indeed, Chloe. Yeah, so just a bit kind of intro. If I'm sure some of the people here will have know who I am and where I come from. Bit of background: I've spent about 18 years in affiliates. Kicked off in about 2002 with the Biat affiliate network. If anyone remembers ancient history, and we kind of set up a fairly big network, which alongside Affiliate Future way back then. Way back in history, and that eventually was overtaken by AOL and then became part of Awin. So I've done quite a bit network side. Then I spent a year or so client side and set up a program for a web hosting company in Glasgow. And then also I've since then been working in SEO and now in data for affiliate marketing. And so kind of what we do is we analyze affiliate network tracking on a global basis, and been working very closely with Affiliate Future for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, perhaps even more than that now.
Yeah, quite a few now.
Yeah, and so what we do is we provide the ability for Affiliate Futures, advertisers, merchants to have a look within the network itself to understand all the relationships of all the affiliates and publishers within the network, and to find the most relevant potential new affiliates to join their program. We do that by a couple of different ways, but most of it is all driven by AI and machine learning, which is, I know it's the buzzword of the moment, but this actually works. And our head of AI has had many years, I think 15 years in machine learning, firstly with submarines in the Royal Navy, and then outside in business since then. In the past 3 years, he's been building this system. What it enables you to do is to have a look at websites and make comparisons. The machine actually learns your preferences. So if you're making starrings for kind of saving and making favorites amongst it, then that remembers what you're doing, and that will then apply into the relevant scores and things like that. We'll go through some of the nuts and bolts in a moment. Now, I'll be staring over here instead of at you, if that's okay, because that's where my screen is, where I've got the information on. As said, we analyze the network. We analyze everything that's going on within a program, and we can see what's happening in there, what's happening in all the programs, and we averagize quite a lot of stuff, so it's completely anonymized, all the data in the system. So if your program is on the network, none of your information ever gets across to anyone else. It's all within your account, so your information is private to you. I thought I'd stress that one because that was a question I've been asked twice recently. What we can see then is, here's 1,000 results here of affiliate sites within the network, and you can see that your affiliates here will be in this case, we've just taken a random kind of, it's actually not real data. This is a test account, which has got kind of randomish data. So some of the relevant scores and value and total may not be quite so relevant, but it's quite useful to just see how it all works. You'll see that if you've got affiliates on your program, they will show up as being joined. And you've got buttons over here, which also has the word join, pending, live, new, etc. The affiliates are listed by whichever column you've chosen. Here it's chosen by relevance. So in terms of relevance to Qatar Airways, then obviously, as I said, these aren't kind of real numbers, so they probably won't be the real things. If you are, say, in a mattress company, there's a few mattress retailers on the network. If you're a mattress company, all of the no back pain people will show up far more effectively, as you could probably imagine, as well as things like reviews, shopping sites, and people like that, FMTC and others, and the mattress sale. You can also see there are other columns. So the relevance is the relevance to the particular advertiser. The value score, so you can actually reorganize those. So if you wanted to do it by value, that's based upon the kind of revenue overall that that particular affiliate represents to the overall network. So top vouchers code, top cashback, they're all kind of they're all websites that have pretty high value and are pretty much guaranteed to give you decent kind of returns. So a relationship with SmarterClick, while it might not look totally relevant, their volumes are significant, so it's really worth your while considering those as well. So you need to kind of balance up the relevance and value, and you can do that by using some of these sliders as well. So you can lift the relevance just to be the most relevant ones, so that gives you an ability there to change the whole list there and pull it down to a really easily workable list of sites you want to look at. If you think, okay, I could do with looking at that guy, you can actually favorite them and kind of add a star, which kind of saves them for later. So if you're unaware who No Back Pain Centre is, you can have a look at that site and you can visit the site, or it doesn't work within this because I'm not logged in as an advertiser, but this will enable you to send out your recruiting email to get them to join your program. And you add it to saved publishers there, as you can see. If you find others who are no use at all to you, you can actually hide them, as you saw there. Total score is a different thing, and this gives you an idea. It's a combination of the expected value and how the audience matches your own audiences as well. So that gives you an ability to flip that about. It's not an exact correlation with value and relevance, so you'll find some of them which look a bit less unexpected in some ways, but that'll be because there are other elements within the sites as well. So the total score then brings up the usual suspects, the ones you'd expect: Top Cashback, Quidco, SmarterClick, Skimlinks, Honey, VoucherCloud. They're the easiest ones to go for if you're after high volumes and high returns. I would also say, though, that bear in mind that these guys who are very high value and likely to give you really, really good returns, they also get between 2,000 and 4,000 emails a month requesting people to join, requesting them to join your affiliate program. So bear in mind that you may not get answers straight away. I would say it's worthwhile following them on social channels as well. So use Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn as well. So if you start following, if your brand starts following Top Cashback and Quidco and SmarterClick, it's likely that that will soft land any communications you send out to them as well. So do bear that in mind, that they are real people as well behind these big organizations. So they need to be treated as such and recruited as people rather than just entities.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that as well, you know, a lot of you have your dedicated account managers at Affiliate Future, and if not, there's myself and the support team. And you've probably heard us say it before, but I'll reiterate again: if there's ever an affiliate that you're looking to work with, you know, if you haven't heard back from them yet, but you might have tons of emails for them to be getting through, let us know, and obviously we'll do our best to put you in touch. If you've got an account manager, they'll have their established relationships with them as well. So it's always worthwhile getting in touch with us if there are any that you perhaps haven't heard back from yet.
Cool. Okay, thanks for filling the poll. I'll share those with the guys in a bit as well. So that's kind of pretty much how it all works. Now, what you can do then is you can just search for the ones who you got live. So as it's not a real account, there's nobody live. You can then search for the ones who are joined. Now that will be the people who've joined, who have actually signed up to your program, but not sending traffic. So you've got them on your list of affiliates that you need to be communicating with. What you need to do then is engage with them. So talk to Chloe and the teams and your account manager about reaching out and seeing what they would need. Some of the bigger affiliates, if you're unaware of it, some of the larger affiliates will need a tenancy fee if you want to be kind of above the fold on the homepage, which is to be expected because they have very, very high volumes. Some will need a mix of the CPA and a tenancy, which in the States is called something entirely different. I've forgotten the phrase of it, but we're mostly UK people, I think, here. You can then see the ones who are pending, the ones that you've sent out an invite to, and there you go, there's a pending list. You sent an invite, but they haven't actually joined yet. And the new ones, they're the ones that you go to list for recruiting. So all these people here, like finder.com.au, probably the Australian ones, not much use for a UK business, I would guess. Money Saving Expert, VoucherGate, and Link, etc., etc. And so you can see then, great, you want to kind of deal with Money Saving Expert, you can send out your invite, you can visit the site and have a look at it. Now, there's 1,000 results here within Affiliate Future, so that should give you more than enough to crack on with. You can then sort by category. So if you wanted to, for instance, look at, say, home and garden, so if you're a retailer in the home and garden sector, you're looking for new affiliates in that sector, you can see here, very, very simple to find just a selection of sites that are specific to that particular vertical. You can use multiple, so you might want to have home and garden and family and parenting together or something, and that kind of brings in even more, because anyone with a family is likely to have a garden or want a garden. And you can kind of add in more and more to kind of to broaden the appeal. So that gives you an ability to have a look at a whole different selection of potential affiliates to join your program. It's fair to say it's worthwhile if you haven't read the article on our blog, and I think it's also been featured on the Affiliate Future blog, of one of the advertisers with Affiliate Future, Master of Malt, of how they have used this platform here to enable them to find new affiliates and relevant affiliates that are ideal for growing a program. The growth was phenomenal from the exercise, and I think over the 6 months they recruited something like 50 new affiliates, and some of those were in entirely different geos as opposed to just the UK, and it was delivered well over 25% uplift in overall website revenue. So that's massive difference it can make to a program. So really reaching out and engaging with affiliates, that can make a huge difference to your program. If you want to go further, the Publisher Discovery platform enables you to look at your competitors, your overall vertical on a global scale. This usually requires a simple upgrade. So it's just a simple kind of click on the button, upgrade, choose how many competitors you want to look at. So you can add 3, 5, 10, or if you want unlimited, if you're a large agency, for instance, with 5, 6, 7 people all hammering away at it all the time, an unlimited one makes sense. But for an average retailer, I would say click on scale plan. That will enable you then to add that to your Affiliate Future billing. So there's no additional fees to pay. It just kind of goes into your account, and you can change that at any time. You can add your own domain in there. I'll not do that just yet, but what it can do is then you can go click onto my vertical and say, for instance, we're in a travel accessories sector here at the moment. That must be what I last looked at. That will then load probably in the background several thousand websites. Now, as I say, this is global, so you do get a complete global view. You'll have Russian sites, Japanese, American, a whole lot. So if you're looking to expand your program beyond the UK borders, this is the absolute perfect tool for doing that. But also, not just that, it also enables you to explore all of the affiliates and all the other networks. We, within this part of the platform, we analyze over 350 tracking networks around the world. And that's looking at about 2.7 billion links going through to 480,000 advertisers. So it's a huge data lake, which is rather belied by the simple and clear and clean viewpoint that you can see here. You can manage your vertical. So if you're subscribing to this as an add-on, that's that plan there. You can change your vertical once a month. So if you're in travel, for instance, you can go to accommodation or accessories or cruises and ferries, parking and transfers, whatever area you're in. But there's around 80 categories to choose from. So you will always find something that's appropriate for your business. As we're sat in travel and accessories, I thought, well, let's crack on with that one. And as you can see, they've come in with relevance, and that relevance is based upon the vertical we're looking at. That's determined by which advertisers they're clicking through to. So things like The World Is My Playground, or Destination Overlooked, you can see there that there's quite a bit more information comes in. You can see the social information, and you can see that it's Delmar and Delisa who are at whichever destination is that's been overlooked. And from within the context of this, that enables you then to reach out via your ordinary email system. I think that's how it works with Affiliate Future, but that's because I don't have an Affiliate Future account.
Yeah, it should work in the same way. So, I mean, obviously this platform is integrated within your Affiliate Future account. It's just under the Publisher Discovery tab, and the exact same way that Chris has used it here, it would appear the same in the widget that is in your interface.
and you can mark that's contacted, which means then that you've got the ability to curate that data within your account as well. So you can add them to save publishers as well. So you can click on the star, or you can use, as you saw there, add to save publishers as well. As I mentioned before, really it's always worthwhile reaching out. So if you have a particular brand, say for instance Qatar Airways we looked at before, if you are that, you'd have say Qatar Affiliates or something like that as a handle on Twitter. If you start following a publisher on Twitter or on Instagram, whatever it might be, from Qatar Affiliates, it's very likely that they're going to follow you back to find out why you're interacting, and you then get a chance then for a more open conversation even outside the email kind of systems. Different affiliates have got different amount of information, as you can see there. So Planet BR, there's 9 contacts there, and it could well be that yes, it's mostly, I don't know where Planet BR is. I think it's probably some kind of resort somewhere. You also got things, bizarre things such as shopping centres. So some of these people might be commercial people, but I would be kind of a bit wary that Stacey might just be somebody who manages the fire alarms or something. So check on LinkedIn and just double check who might be the appropriate person at Bluewater to reach out to. You'll also find things such as newspapers in here, so Grimsby Telegraph and loads of other things like that, Daily Mail, Mirror Group newspapers. And bear in mind, if you've got loads of names and email addresses connected to, I can't find one at the moment, if you've got loads of names and addresses connected to those, it's likely they will be journalists rather than the commercial contact. But for most of these people here, things like the Vintage Dancer, for instance, Debbie and Michael are most likely to be the people you would need to speak to. It looks like a nice tight little system. Sometimes you'll also find, and I'm searching, I did find one earlier, sometimes you'll find sites with other sites in their list there. What that means is they've got the Google Analytics account managing multiple sites. So it's very likely that they will have literally multiple different systems there. I'm not sure if New Zealand Pocket Guide is also owns the Backpacker Guide.nz. So you can link up, check on that. Great, handy potential affiliate. You can also see promotion type appearing there. It's not there just yet. So bear that in mind. It will be coming in sometime soon. You can also then filter by countries. So if you wanted to go specifically by either Europe, you can pick all of Europe, or if you just wanted to say, for instance, if you're in travel and accommodation and things, for the moment, until we're all allowed out of the country without spending 2 weeks in a hotel on the way back, you might decide, right, let's just have a look at UK-based affiliates. These will be affiliates who are focused on the UK market. Doesn't necessarily mean they live and work in the UK. One of the biggest UK sites we found was a Polish one. It's on a .pl website using a PL Polish IP address. The language is all Polish, but every single affiliate program it was linking out to was UK. So Awin, Affiliate Future, WebGains, because it was aimed at Polish expats who are living here. So bear that in mind, that even though some of these appear like they might not be UK sites, they could well be. And so see, you can go to all sorts of bulletin boards there for Love Hi-Fi, Vacation Style. Really simple, reach out and engage and add them to your program. You can also look at competitors. So here, for some reason, we've got loads of airlines in there, so why not? You can see that British Airways has got 70 odd affiliates on their program. You can then also add in KLM and Emirates. And you can look by traffic score. So you can see here you've got kind of Aeropuerto Madrid and traveldeals.de. Because these are global programs in the airlines, that's probably what you'd need. If you had something different, each month in your account, you'll be able to change those. So you can go in and change that to be, I'm trying to think what you might want to do. So go to something totally different. So you might want to put, say, PC World. If you wanted to go into an entirely different sector, Curry's PC World, and you can find, all right, 29 partners there. Let's change the entire focus of this and go for, I'm trying to think who else, Argos. .co.uk, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's the end. .co.uk. There's 500 partners, so you can see how easy it is to change your focus completely. And then we'll look at who else would you go for in that. So Robert Dias, I think, is it Robert Dias? That'll do for the moment, won't it? 98 partners. Now they're not exactly all the same kind of retailer, so you will get some very strange results. The relevance may not be entirely 100%. If you've got British Airways, KLM, etc., relevance will be really kind of bang on because they're all exactly in that space. And in the context of competitors, the relevance is based upon the selection of competitors you've added in. Apologies for it taking a little while loading. It can do on occasions. You can see there's more than 500 results there. But as you can see, exactly the same thing. There's Cambridge Evening News showed up. Yeah, so there's 900 results have appeared as it's all gone in there. So there's a whole load of different things coming in there. And as you've got things like Argos as well and Robert Dias, you'll have a mix of things such as Gardening Link Explorer, today's special value, voucher code discount, non-stop websites. So very, very simple. Reach out to them and recruit. The beauty of this is once you've had a look at that, you can check on the new ones and contact it as well. Once you've had a look at that, what you can do is you can then have a view of all of those affiliates using the gap analysis tool. And we've chosen 3 there. And if we were to change our own domain, at the moment we've got, for some reason, I can't change that at the moment because I'm logged into this particular one. So there you go. Ignore that for the moment. But what it gives you the ability to have a look at all 3 side by side. So you can see Argos has a huge program, I think on CJ if I remember rightly. But things like home building is linked to Argos and Robert Dias. The big project there is only linked to PC World, Icom Shopping, Brand Reward. Really, really simple. And you can then organize by traffic score, or you can then also organize by, for instance, if you wanted to just look at PC World's affiliates first and foremost, that should lift them up so it changes the whole thing about. So let that replay for the moment. One of the beauties of this system is that you will know that every single link in the left-hand side here, within the external view of my vertical and competitors, they are affiliates because they all have been found through using affiliate links. So you can guarantee that these guys will know about affiliate programs, even if they aren't specifically affiliates. And you can see there that you can use a minimum overlap, so you can compare people who are linking to multiples. So if you were Robert Dias, you think, okay, coupons here and Bonza bargains, they're 2 that I'm missing out on that my direct competitors are linking through to. So you can reach out to those guys and the same information appears here, add TSA publishers, so that you can reach out to them afterwards. And that's as complicated as it gets. We're always there to help. You've also got a help thing here. So if you're not quite sure how the gap analysis works, this gives you a little article all about it. And if you want to read even more about it, there's a help center, which has got lots and lots more information. So it's so things about using it, how saved and hidden publishers work, difference between relevance and traffic score and those kinds of things. So that's all available in your help center as well. And if you've got something specific that's not answered there, you can leave me a message and myself or one of the team here will respond to you. So that's pretty much it. If you decide kind of 2-3 months down the line that you want to change again, you can change that plan back. You're not committed forever. You can change the plan back to being a free plan, as I've done there, and that just hides those for the moment and you stop being billed. So no more billing, but you still then have access to my affiliates. So you can go back to working within the network. And it literally is that simple.